What's up, everybody? It's What the Gym, and this is my seventh installment of Ask Me Anything and Everything. Hope everybody's doing well. I can't believe I've done six of these already. This is my seventh one I've done, and when I get a few more viewers, I'll be also talking about what I've been up to lately. It's been over a month since I've done one of these. The last time I did one was the 25th of June. It's the 30th of July. So, yeah, it's been over a month since I've done one of these. I think next year I'm going to just do maybe one of these every couple of months or every 3 months. I'm not going to be doing as many of these next year. So, I guess might as well just get started with what I've been up to lately. I guess I could talk about also the albums I've got behind me. I've got ELO Discovery and ELO Time. I also bought a new unit for records because when I went to Scarborough, which I'll also be talking about in this live stream, I bought loads of records. So I had to buy a new unit, and also behind me, what the gym picture isn't going to be there anymore. Instead, I'm going to have my Funko Pops displayed there. I made a sort up with one of my Funkos, and the ones I'm keeping in their boxes are what behind me on my live stream. So stay in tune for that. Probably the next time I do a live stream. But we've also got James here. Hello, James. Hope you're doing well. So I guess we'll just get started with what I've been up to lately, and I'll talk about movies. Got a couple of movies to talk about. First of which is Elemental, but I won't talk too much about as I've done a review on it already on my channel, and it's got over 240 views, which I'm surprised it got that many views, maybe because of how short it was. It was only 3.5 minutes. But I wasn't trying for it to be really short. It just happened to end up being that length. So yeah, I thought it was awesome that it got loads of views, and I thought it was a great Pixar movie. I think it's quite an underrated one, and it's one of the honorable mentions for my top 10 Pixar films. So not quite my top 10, but definitely up there. I also saw the film, but I've not done a review of this one, and that is Barbie. I saw Barbie. And I actually quite like Barbie. I thought it was quite good. I thought that the performances were great in the movie, and the set design was great. And yeah, I had a good time with the film. I think it could have gone a different direction with the story, but I still overall had a good time with it. But the amazing film I've seen recently is one I watched on Apple TV Plus, and it stars Tom Hanks, and it's called Finch. Highly recommend that movie. It's one of my favorite Tom Hanks films, and one of my favorite films I've seen in a while. I thought it was fantastic, very emotional. It's about a man played by Tom Hanks who's got a robot and he's got a dog, and it's about them surviving in a post-apocalyptic Earth. So yeah, it's an awesome movie. Highly recommend it if you've got Apple TV Plus. If you haven't, I still recommend to get it for a month just to watch Finch. And my dad actually bought Apple TV Plus for us to watch, but we've only got it for a month. But yeah, I watched Finch as the first film in that month. We're going to be watching many other films on Apple TV Plus, and soon you're going to be doing a live stream talking about what I've seen on Apple TV Plus. But I think Finch is going to be hard to beat. But the reason why we got Finch, as I should say, is because I'm now moving to the TV stuff. It's because of a series called Hijack. We decided to get Apple TV Plus to watch Hijack, and yeah, I think Hijack's a really great series. It's very intense, but I do prefer Finch. But I'd say if you've got Apple TV Plus, definitely watch Hijack. Got James said, wouldn't mind doing another video chat, maybe video collaboration there, maybe after we're less busy on holiday. That's such a good idea. If you don't know, me and James, actually, we went to the same school together. So yeah, I'll definitely have to do a FaceTime with you at some point, James. It's great to have you here in the chat. I also watched another TV series, and it's actually one of my favourite comedies at the moment, but it came out in the 90s, and it's called Father Ted. I think Father Ted's very funny. It's got so many quotable lines in it, and yeah, so many great characters as well. It's one of the funniest shows I've seen. And so far, I'm in the middle of season 2, and I thought season 1 was good, but I think season 2 is really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching more of that. I'll probably watch some more after this live stream. Not too much else for TV shows. I've not really been watching too many. I did start one today called Lego Dreams, which I thought was very good. Looking forward to watching more of that. We've got my dad here. My dad, it's a shame that great movies like Finch only shows on Apple, a series on Apple TV only. Unfortunately, it is. And it's a shame because I think a lot more people need to watch this movie. I think it could have been the cinema release, honestly. I think that would have really benefited the film. Oh, I think that's one of the lines from Father. Oh, yeah, I remember that bit. Father Jack was scared of the nuns. He was in his wheelchair, he wanted to reverse. But one of my favourite parts is when he wants to go in electric mode in his wheelchair, so they attach a fishing line with alcohol at the end of it because he loves his alcohol. We've got so here Daniel 2. Hello Daniel. Do you like Oasis solo career? Well, I'm quite. I'd say probably a casual fan for Oasis. I enjoy listening to their first two albums. I think they're amazing in my opinion. And What's the Story, Morning Glory, their second album. It used to be my top 50 albums of all time, but it's probably my top 60 now though. Still a fantastic album. But for the solo career, I've not really listened to too much of their solo career. I'm not really very familiar with Noel Gallagher's solo career, but for Liam Gallagher, I covered his songs. I think there's one called it's something electric. It's something that I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, I really enjoy that one. There we go. Darcy, tell them about the fact that we're doing our own Father Ted moments. I might as well say that, but I didn't think it was worth mentioning, but my dad wanted me to mention it, so I might as well do it. We've got a thing called Father Ted moments. If you do something that's a bit stupid or a bit silly, we count it as a Father Ted moment. It's just something that we do as a family. We've got speaking of good TV shows. Have you heard The Good Doctor? I've not heard The Good Doctor. Is that a comedy as well? But I'll now move on to what I've been doing in terms of video games. Got a couple of video games mentioned here. First of all is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I think is excellent. The first Star Wars Jedi game I thought was very good. I thought it was too difficult though. I wasn't a fan of getting the collectibles in the game, and I wasn't the biggest fan of meditation points, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the story. However, the story I really like in this one, they fixed some problems I have with the meditation points, such as fast travel on them. I also I think the game is a perfect difficulty as well, and I'm not doing the collectibles really on it, so I'm having a blast on Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and yeah, it's probably my top 20 video games of all time. I think it's excellent. When I was on it today, there was a lot of platforming to do, so hopefully there's not as much platforming. I'd like there to be maybe a little bit more action, like there was in the previous game. I also played Crash Team Rumble. I played that around the same time as Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I think that's a very good game. I did a YouTube short reviewing that, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing on that. It's very difficult, but well, not too difficult. I think it's just the right amount of challenge, but it's very rewarding as well. So yeah, that's Crash Team Rumble. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So I've got Brian. Hello, Brian. Just want to say hi. I hope you're having a good day. Had a good day so far, Brian. It's currently 8:08 p.m. for me. So yeah, it's the evening for me. James, there's some more medical drama of an autistic doctor going through social hurdles, learning emotions, and getting over his childhood trauma. Okay. Might look into that. But I've got plenty of other shows to watch. I've got over 30 shows to watch. But that's the Star Wars 5 better than Lego Star Wars? Ooh, which Lego Star Wars game? It's better than Complete Saga. Is it better than Skywalker Saga? I'm going to say no, because I've not finished the whole of the story of this game. But once I finish the story, my opinion might change. But at the moment, I'll say I prefer Lego Star Wars. I've also been playing Detroit Become Human a second time. I played it the first time before, but I played it a second time with a friend that I met at college. So yeah, we're playing it together. It's his favorite video game of all time. I can see why I think it's a really great game, but it's not in my top 10. But I still think it's one of the best decision making games I've played. And I want to play it again because there was a character called Luther in it. When I played it, he died. So, but luckily this walkthrough, he survived. So it was worth doing the game again just to have him be alive. That's really it for video games. For music, I went to a couple of concerts lately. I saw the Proclaimers. I've done quite a few YouTube shorts on that. They even shouted out my channel, which I thought was fantastic. Yeah, I really enjoyed the Proclaimers concert. Definitely one of the better concerts I've been to. I also went to see someone called Jack Savaretti. I saw him in concert, and I thought he was very good as well. I really enjoyed the support out for both of these. For the Proclaimers, they had support. They had a singer called Roddy Wumble, and one of his albums is called "A Secret Is My Silence." It's actually my top 50 albums. I thought it was brilliant when I heard it. I highly recommend that if you're a fan of folk music. It's one of the better folk albums I've heard. But yeah, these couple of concerts, and I thought they were both very good concerts. We've got James saying, have you thought of doing a fan casting of a franchise you really enjoy as a video idea? I could do that. Maybe I could do it as a YouTube short. I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll have to figure out how to do something. Would I have to figure out what the fan casting would be first? What my dad saying, have video games improved over the last 5 years, or just getting very repetitive? Nothing really new out there. I'd say the last 5 years, maybe they've improved slightly graphically. I think the graphics have improved slightly. Maybe there's a bit more attention to detail in video games now. I think maybe they're improving, but I don't think they're improving by a lot. Trying to figure out where I was. I just talked about the concerts, and now I could talk about what albums I've been listening to lately. But before I do that, I might as well talk about Scarborough when I went on holiday there. And yeah, I had a really good time in Scarborough. I'd like to go again. Unfortunately, we didn't see one of the things we want to do there, so hopefully we'll do that next time. But yeah, I really like going there. And in September, I'm going to Blackpool and going to Liverpool for a day again. So I'll be doing a couple of videos when I go to Blackpool/Liverpool. And now I could talk about what albums I've been listening to lately. In fact, before I do that, I might as well delete the notes I've got on what I've been up to. I've got a lot of notes on my phone. I've got 61 notes, but in terms of reminders, I've got even more reminders. I've got over 400 reminders. I've got too many. I've got way too many reminders. Albums to listen to, I've got about 30 albums to go to listen to. But I'm scrolling down all the albums I've heard. In total, at the moment, I've heard 229 albums this year. I think I've heard about 30, just under 30 this month. So this is one of the months I listen to music the most. But dancing, when you get to 500 subs, take the Stinky Fish Challenge. Well, soon I'm going to get 500, so I have to figure out some sort of challenge, but I'm not doing a Stinky Fish Challenge. Before I did this live stream, me and my dad, we saw this video of people trying this really horrible food, and it's definitely made me not want to have that. No, I'm definitely not going to try that. You've got my mum here. I won't be doing the rank fish challenge with you. Ha ha ha. Well, if I were to be doing it, I'm sorry, Mum, but you'd have to do it with me. But let's get to the 1st of July. Actually, I've heard a lot more albums this month than I thought. So I heard an album the 1st of July that I'd already heard before. It was a June Croce one called Life and Times, and I heard Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Into the Great Wide Open. But we'll get to, I don't know, we'll get to maybe heard Hello My Brother by Symptoms of Lunacy. Did an interview with lead singer of Symptoms of Lunacy. Listened to Layla and Other Assaulted Love Songs. I thought that was brilliant. What else? I listened to Western Stars by Bruce Springsteen. That's another one of my top 50 albums. I listened to Nilsson Schmilsson, which is one of my favourite albums. I heard that again. Heard a couple of Jack Savaretti ones. I heard Singing to Strangers, and the other one was Europeana. I think I pronounced that right, but if you've not heard any of his music, I highly recommend to start off with the song either Candlelight or Catapult. Catapult's my favourite of Jack Savaretti. I'm also going through the Monkees albums. I've got the first 5 Monkees albums on CD, so I'm going to be listening to them. I've already heard the debut, I've heard that twice, but not on the CD. I've heard it once on Spotify and once on vinyl. But more the Monkees I listened to, and Headquarters. So far, my favourite is the debut, then Headquarters, then more the Monkees. And also because I watched the film Walk the Line when I went to Scarborough. I've been getting into a bit of Johnny Cash lately, so I've listened to At Folsom Prison and also Walk the Line, both fantastic albums. And I also, when I went to Scarborough, bought 20 records, and 3 of the 20 records were ELO. As you can see, one is behind me. The other one being Time, I bought a few months ago. But yeah, definitely getting into ELO as well. And last night I listened to Headquarters by the Monkees and Don McLean's self-titled. I think that's an awesome album. So yeah, that's all I talk about in terms of what albums I've been listening to lately. I don't want to go through too many because that's not what the live stream is about. The live stream isn't about going through what I've been listening to lately. We've got a few things going on here. We've got James saying the score reading live stream, or possibly. You come up with some good ideas, James. Got my dad saying, what's a vinyl you wish you never bought? There is one because we tried it before and it wasn't really working. It was a Johnny Cash album. It was a box set that had like 5 of his albums, but it was really wobbly, the record, so it was unsafe to play really. And it's a shame, but I probably wouldn't mind getting rid of that one because it's taken a lot of space, but nobody's going to want a wobbly record, are they? We've got Jamie Lee from in the front row. Hello, Jamie. Love the light vision. It's 5 a.m. here, so I don't have sound on, but I want to drop in and say hi. Hope you're doing good, buddy. I'm doing good, thanks. Hope you are too. Hope everyone watching the live stream is doing well. So I've caught up with the chat at the moment. But trying to think what else to talk about, what I've been up to lately that isn't music related, because the last few minutes I've been talking about music. I'm currently looking at a Mandalorian picture I bought. Went to Scarborough. It's a pretty cool Mandalorian picture. Could do a YouTube short talking about that, but there's not really a lot to talk about. But still, it's still pretty cool though. So yeah, I've been doing quite a few things lately, and probably August will be a busy month as well. Who knows? I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a couple of birthdays, family members that in August, so August tends to be a busy month, but just this month of July has been really busy. In terms of what favourite thing I've done this month is, I think watching Finch. I loved Finch that much, yeah. It's probably my top 30 films. I thought it was excellent. We've got Mike here. Hello, Mike. Do well, thanks. Hope you are too. Yeah, it's your birthday in August. Yeah. I've actually got a couple of friends' birthdays in August, and a couple of family members' birthdays in August. Yeah, August is definitely a busy month. But if you're watching, Mike, and if you haven't got Apple TV Plus, I mean, you can't watch Finch. But if you do get Apple TV Plus at some point, definitely watch the film Finch, which we've been talking about several times in this video, in this live stream, as I should say. Now, I could talk about what ideas I've got. Well, I've got a couple of video ideas when we go to Blackpool, and we're thinking about doing one when we go to Madame Tussauds, as well as Ripley's Believe It or Not. I can also talk about a few YouTube videos I've been watching lately. The ones I want to talk about are from the YouTuber Jason the Old Millennial. I've done a lot of collaborations with him, and he's currently in Germany. He's in a lot of Germany vlog videos. I definitely recommend checking out some of them. My favourite so far of those videos is when I went to Prague, but I've enjoyed watching all of them. They're all quite relaxing to watch. I think I'll conclude the live stream in a few minutes. And like I said earlier in the stream, I'll probably watching Father Ted after this, and if you've got time, I might listen to another ELO album, probably ELO Balance of Power. I also recently heard Face the Music for the first time by ELO. That's a fantastic album. I feel like I've been quite spoiled in terms of music lately. I've listened to a lot of awesome stuff. I feel like I might actually message my mum. I've already got the message ready about having a drink. I've not had a drink in probably about half an hour. I'm a little bit thirsty doing all this talking, if I'm being honest. But in terms of what the next album I'm listening to is, I've got a whole list of what albums I'm going to be listening to. After I've had a drink, I might as well have all of them.
We'd set me alarm for every half an hour to
You've
make
got my
sure
mum
you're
here.
quench your thirst.
Mm-hmm.
We have been doing a lot of talking, so
Yeah.
give you that.
Trying to find something.
What?
Don't know where it is. Bear with me, people watching. There we go. Season streaming. The next I'll listen to is I think it's a comedy album. It's not a comedy album, but I thought it was until I looked it up. It's actually an album by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and it's called The Genuine Imitation Life Gazette. I'm also going to be going through the Led Zeppelin albums. That's something I want to do a live stream at some point. I'm not sure with who, or I'm not sure when, but I'd like to do a live stream ranking all 8 Led Zeppelin studio albums. I've only heard 5. I've not heard the last 2 plus Houses of the Holy. I don't want to reveal what my favourite is yet, but it's the one I've heard twice. All the other ones I've only heard once, and 3 of them I've not heard at all. My voice broke a bit then. I'm doing a lot of talking. I don't want to do this much talking, but I had a lot to mention because, yeah, like I said, it's been a busy month for me. But I think I've pretty much caught up with what I was mentioning in this live stream. I appreciate all of you watching. And yeah, thinking about, I'm putting away another minute. 1 minute, I'm going to conclude this live stream. So if you want to ask me any more questions, we've got 1 more minute, folks. 1 more minute. But 1 more day of this month. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. There's a couple of things I want to watch on Apple TV. I'm watching one tomorrow on my own because I'm the only one that's heard the album out of my family, and that is called Letter to You. And I think it's about the Bruce Springsteen album called Letter to You, which I think is very underrated. Highly recommend to listen to that if you like Bruce Springsteen and you've not heard that album. It's called Letter to You. I think that's it. I think I'm going to leave the live stream here. I'm not sure we're going to get any more questions because I'm going to be going in about 30 seconds. I've got 1 more question here from James. Would you like to chat about video ideas in late August? Possibly. Well, after the live stream, James, I'll message you to come out of I think we should just do a live stream at some point, just seeing how we're both doing. But that's it for this last minute and everything. Live stream. If you've got any other questions, you can let me know in the chat this live stream what the next time I do one of these, which will be in August. So in August, I'm telling you what will be done in that month. So thank you all for watching. Till next time, peace out, peace and love. I'd appreciate it if you leave a like on this live stream. Until next time, ciao.